Is John Deere worth the extra money for doing snow? I don't actually know, to be honest. I just run it because I like it, to be honest. So there are a few advantages to having the green paint, which we will go over now. However, it really doesn't matter too much what brand you run. There's a few good brands. I know if you're sticking with the big companies, you're really going to be fine. So Deere, Kubota, Massey, Case, maybe New Holland, you're going to be okay for quality. Getting into Coyote and some others, maybe you'll be fine too. I don't actually know, but definitely a little riskier. So somebody was asking, why do we run the green machines? And the truth is, I just like the green the best. So in the small tractors, there are some key benefits. My second choice for a small tractor would be the L6060 for sure. That's another good unit for sure. Advantages the Deere has over that tractor, though, are going to be your road speed. It does, I believe it's 20 miles an hour, and I think a Kubota only does like 16 or 17 or something. So it's pretty significant. It's almost like a 20% increase in road speed, which you do notice. So that is the biggest advantage for the Deere for doing driveways. Second advantage is it's built a little bit heavier. I was talking to somebody that they actually run both tractors, but their majority of their fleet are the Kubotas, and they were saying it's possible to hook a curb and split those tractors in half. So that's not exactly ideal. So there is a bit of a weak spot in them. I've never seen it happen myself, but this guy is very knowledgeable, so I definitely believe him. That is an issue for sure. The 3-point hitch also isn't made quite as heavy on those tractors as it is on the Deere. If you just look at the rear end there, definitely a little bit on the lighter side. In addition to that, their wiring for some of the lights and whatnot is pretty cheesy. If you look like their turn signal / four-way signal lights up on the top corner of the cab, they've got like a little plastic sketchy connector thing hanging out on all their tractors. Not a real good fit and finish. Don't really like that. Not the best to see. Aside from that, we really stuck with all green because I kind of tied that in with my branding. I think the most important thing is you find a brand you like, you can work with the dealership, and then you just stick with it. Not a big fan of different colors within the fleet. I mean, if that's your thing, that's cool too. You want to try everything out. Maybe that's a good way to go. Don't like that myself. I like to keep everything the same, looking nice and professional. Now we might have an exception to that next year, which I won't talk too much about. It's not going to be my tractor, but a friend of mine that you might have seen in some of the videos, he's starting out his own thing, and I'm going to be working with him there. So could see a Massey doing some snow for us. That's another brand that definitely has some quality machines. I know Chassenage from Laval, they're running all Massey now. And one really nice thing in the larger size tractors, like the 5 series size, I don't know what the number would be for a comparable Massey, but their forward to reverse with the Dynastep transmission is far superior to the Deere's. So basically how that'll work is you truly have a neutral point between forward and reverse with those Masseys. So you're backing up to the garage door, you slip it in neutral, you roll back, and then you can hit your brakes, throw it in forward, and you go. The problem with the Deere power reverser is it really does not work very well without either, depending on your transmission. With the Command 8 transmission, it has the auto clutch, so you got to hit the brake pretty much at just the right time, so it clutches and then you're braking at the same time, so you're going to come to a stop and then you throw it in forward and then you go. Not ideal. What you'd like to have would be a true neutral point, so you can kind of smoothly coast back up to your garage door, stop, and then go forward. And that's what the Massey has. No Deere tractor has that. So if you're running a manual transmission like a Power Quad or a 24 or whatever those other transmissions are, really anything other than an IVT or a hydro, you pretty much have to clutch to go up in front of the garage door, which really sucks. So that is. Anyways, that is one advantage that Massey has over Deere there. However, there are other advantages for the green machines as well. Generally, you're going to have, especially on the small ones, you're going to have the best warranty out of anything. So you've got 6-year powertrain warranty, which is pretty awesome. Another thing around here is there's far more dealers for green than anything else. We've got a lot of farmers and whatnot, so that's kind of the main brand that's used. There's also a bit of an advantage from the resale side. So it depends on your area, but nothing even comes close to the resale of a Deere here. So you're looking at paying maybe $4,000 or $5,000 more for a 4066 than you would for an L6060, but you're gonna get that back when you sell it anyway, so not a big deal. So that's about all I got for you guys. Like I said, I don't actually really know, I just know it works for us. So hopefully you got a little bit of value out of that. If you haven't yet, hit the like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.